Text me your boyfriend slash girlfriend slash favorite content creator. Let's put it down a little bit. Oh. Oh, here we are. All right. How are we feeling? How how are we feeling about this? How do we feel about this? Do things look different and new here? Maybe a little with a higher quality. Maybe little change here. Maybe someone's upped a few Ks. Maybe more than three. Not that many Ks. Four of them. 4Ks. Do we look 4K? Do we look brand new? Also, do we sound a little different? How do we sound? Are we uh are we liking the new setup? Are we liking the new view? You know what? This is my talking portion, so we'll use some royalty free synth radio wave. Also, what the fuck happened to my chat box? You fine? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I gotta. Oh my god! I gotta put chat box on top. There we go. Someone complained that it was too small, so you're gonna see me resizing a bunch of shit because someone was like, on one of my videos, they were like, "Oh, we can't see the chat," and I'm like, buddy, I'm talking about people being a bigot. Why do you care what the chat say? Look good and sound good. Hell yeah, baby. That's what we're all about here in this on this stream. Looking good, sounding good. Speaking of sound though, let's get some nice background music. See a little bit of nice just a little. Wait, is lo-fi is lo-fi girl royalty free? I'm not trying to get clapped. I'm not trying to get clapped here. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. It's pretty cool that you guys are spending it here with me. I know I normally stream a little bit earlier, but I was, as you can see, I was busy. I was busy. Busy? What the fuck was that accent? I don't know. I was very busy setting up all of this. So now we don't look like. Do you want to see the difference? Do you want to see the difference between the old like camera setup and like all the shit here? Here. This is. So I'm gonna close this one here, and I'm gonna show you the old one. Do you see the difference? Do you see the stark contrast between the two? Look at that. Nuts. It's insane. It's insane, right? It's insane. So this one right here, this is, if you believe it or not, this box you're seeing is the webcam I'm using from now on. And the one back here is my camera. The camera I bought with my YouTube money, because you know we're rolling in it. I made $100. I bought it for that, and it was like, it says 4K, 64 MP megapixels, and it streams in 4K. I'm like, oh, perfect. I had to put on like a crazy amount of filters just so it didn't look like I was a ghost. Like I looked like a dying Victorian child. Like, please, sir, I need my medicine. I won't last the winter. Like I looked like that. And this was the money I spent. And then I got this one gifted. And she said I could say it. Even though she didn't do this for props or anything like that, because she didn't have to. But I got the webcam gifted and the two key lights here gifted to me by Alana Pierce. So shout out to Alana Pierce. She's super cool. You guys should follow her. You probably do if you follow me, because she's like way better. But yeah, she helped me out. She was like, hey, I like your stuff, but holy shit, is it dark? And I was like, what are you talking about? It's not dark. And then I went to see a video of mine. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, this is kind of dark. And then she helped me out. So, although I did buy this microphone, this is me. I bought that. Rip to Angie Stone. Yeah, W for Alana. Although it's Pearce, but still, W's for her. Yeah, so super cool for her to do that. She did not have to do that at fucking all. I was still surprised. I was like, bro, you don't do that. But she's cool. She's cool people. All right, that was that. This is the setup ish. I'm probably still gonna try to fuck with some other things just because like I'm not real satisfied. Like I love don't get me wrong, the camera quality is fucking amazing. This is just a webcam. It's fucking amazing. But I think I want to do background a little bit different. I was tempted to go back to doing the holy shit, dude, look at that. I was tempted to doing the fake background again. But I don't know. I don't know about that. Also, big shout outs for the stream not shitting itself. Holy shit. That was annoying last time. Oh my god, it was dying every like 2 seconds. Like right now we're doing pretty good. So fingers crossed, no one jinx it. If you do jinx this, I will kick you out. What's the tea in China today? So honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I have not been keeping up as much with like all like the super grifters I normally do because I was busy this week. But there is someone I do want to talk about. There is something I do want to address because I think it's fucking crazy. So let me see if I can bring. Okay, first off, okay, that's a lie. I did keep up with one person because I was like, this is not real. This can't be real, and it's so fucking real. I'm like, that's crazy. But let's just read something together, okay? First, I'm gonna get it loaded up, and I gotta read you the tweets I saw about it. But holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, I'm also gonna have to change the camera over because my live scene is still using the old webcam. And so I'm gonna get rid of that real quick. So we're getting rid of this. You have to see my big ass forehead. Probably should do this prior to streaming, but you know what? You guys don't come in for quality. You guys are not coming for quality. In fact, I don't know why you guys come here, but let's get rid of this shit. So it's under, there we go. So click on this part, then go to this shit. Ah, nope. I fucked up. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna live fix this right now. I have no identifying information up here, so that's fine. If I just get this right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please turn to a little. Please, thank you. So we can do this like right here. Like just a little bit. Whatever. And then I will place that in here. Right underneath here. Get rid of this. Yes. And then we put it right here. Oh, look at that. Seamless. You guys didn't even notice I was doing anything. Seamless work. Seamless. Okay, so do you guys remember a man called Mark Kern? Do you remember him? I might have briefly spoken about him a couple of times. Just a small amount of times, just a small amount of times. So, let me adjust this a little bit. So, Mr. Kern aka Grums, has an article written about him in RT. So RT is Russia Today. RT is my nemesis. Annoying. He's annoying. They're all annoying. They're all equally annoying. Although, you know what? I did contemplate doing like a tier list of the grifters. And like my S tier grifter, my S tier guy is, because he's not even a grifter, it's Synthetic Man. I think Synthetic Man is the pinnacle of loserdom. Like, there has no one to ever surpass him. So he's S tier, he's zero tier. He's not labelable. But I was going to think of doing a tier list for them, but I was like, maybe I shouldn't. But can we just read this, please? Mark Kern, aka Grums, may be an imperfect messenger, but his voice is still one the world needs to hear. Wokeness is on the back foot, but it's not completely down and out. And people like him can be the ones to finally land a knockout punch. So what we're going to do right now is a little bit of a virtual lobotomy, because not only am I going to read this, I'm also going to read the tweets accompanying this. As you can see, my favorite part here is it says written by a well-known games journalist, because these guys hate games journalists. They don't respect them, but for some reason, this one's okay. Written by a well-known game journalist who chose to remain anonymous and shun the industry press, still in the thrall of wokeness. You can't be a games journalist and then shun the industry press. You are the industry press. You are the press. So there is a theory that it's just him. It's either him doing it or it's someone who knows him doing it. Because let's now, mind you, listen to gaming's most important voice standing up to DEI. That is insane. Also, obviously, if you guys know this is a propaganda page, the columns I hear, the chat might be covering it. Oh, you know, let me, I forgot someone complained my chat box was too small. We're gonna make the chat box fucking overpower. Okay, there we go. We are going, so you can look here. Well, you actually can't see because the chat's here. But on the side here, it says like White House sees Zelensky as petulant child. Putin should lead the free world. Zelensky is done. The damage can't be undone. Ex-Indian top diplomat on Zelensky Trump spat. Ukraine attempt to attack. So it's very much a pro-Russian side. It's Russian state controlled. And they're saying that Mark Kern is the most important voice in standing up to DEI. This is obviously not alcohol, but imagine if this was. I would just be. All right, so now we're gonna do some light, very light, super light reading. It's only like what? Oh, not long. So, by a high-profile journalist who wishes to remain anonymous. Yes, you guys, because this person totally believes in what they're saying, and so they're going to hide their identity, as if this is something you would see in journalism. Truthfully, very rarely, but this would be like if like this was someone being hypercritical of a government and said government retaliates like frequently. Like if you were in some sort of authoritarian state where there is no freedom of the press. Here we go. Wait, should I use like a silly voice or should I use like my, I'll use my my serious voice because this is a serious topic. Video games. Nothing's more serious than this. Nothing is more serious than games. For the better part of a decade, if not longer, so-called nerd media has been under assault from so-called nerd media. Oh, this is great. Sorry, I broke character. I'm so sorry. What am I drinking? This stream's not sponsored, by the way, but if you want to sponsor me, feel free to do it, Celsius. This is Celsius. I was super fucking tired earlier today, and I came home and I took a nap, and then I woke up and I was like, shit, I gotta stream. But the Celsius is hitting. I don't know if this is the ADHD or the Celsius, or maybe the Celsius is helping the ADHD. I don't know. But for the better part of a decade, so-called nerd media has been under assault from within its own walls. Wokeness, DEI, and HR. HR, human resources? The devil, the demon of human resources. How dare they say I can't call someone a queer because they're wearing pink? They're just as woke in DEI as everybody else. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? I haven't made it a sentence. Oh my god. All right. Have irreparably destroyed far too many franchises to count. Why would you say far too many franchises? You would just say far too many franchises. But with a right-wing vibe shift occurring throughout the civilized world, a change is coming, and one former developer from the once beloved gaming titan Blizzard should get his dues for risking it all to lead the charge. Bro, doing tricks on it. Like, I know who wrote this. I know who wrote this. You guys ready? I know who wrote this. I know who wrote this. I know who wrote this. This dude wrote it.
What I love.
This guy wrote it. This guy wrote the article. He wrote the article. He wrote it. He wrote the article for 100%. He wrote this article, man. He wrote it. Who else but Dick Eaton could have written an article that is just fucking glazing up Grumps like he is goddamn Krispy Kreme? Like, what? Risking it all? He's risked nothing. He's only gained from this because he's the massive grifter. He's only gained from this. He's lost nothing. He's not a hero. Before the culture war dominated so much of our lives, Mark Current, aka Grumps, was already an important figure within the realm of gaming. Consider him the Greek god of the sky, for he raised multiple titans. Hey. Just coming from a Greek nerd perspective, if you're talking about Uranus or Uranus, he didn't raise those titans. This motherfucker was how do we put this? Not the best father. And also, call him the Greek god of the sky. Do you not know the name of the Greek god of the sky? The god of the heavens is Uranus. Like, why would you make that whatever? Maybe this is me being pedantic because I'm a huge like mythology nerd. But like, if I were to say like, call him like the Egyptian god of the sun, the way he's shining, it's like, Ra? Like, you don't know, like you're making a reference to something you don't know. Grumps is now in Uranus. More likely than it's it's that meme, that old meme where it's like, centipedes in my vagina? More likely than you think. See, I'm not weird for saying that. It's a meme. See? It's a meme. It's a meme. It's not I'm not weird. I'm not weird. Well, I'm not weird for saying that. I'm weird for other reasons. I fear the ADHD is overpowering me. I keep forgetting I'm reading this article. As a producer, he helped bring StarCraft and Diablo. What the fuck is this say? Diablo Ilto? Is that supposed to be into? Or no, I see. Diablo, this is Diablo 2. They spaced it wrong here. Diablo 2 life. Can we talk about that sentence structure? As a producer, he helped bring StarCraft and Diablo 2 to life. Why not say help bring Diablo 2 and StarCraft to life? Just phonetically, it flows better. It's like in Spanish, you can't say like La Agua because it sounds like Laguas. So it's El Agua, so it sounds better. Like this is just the same thing here. Who fucking edited this thing? But more impressively, he was the team lead on the global MMO powerhouse World of Warcraft. No, he wasn't. He was the fucking like middle manager, dude. Like, okay, bilingual king, that's right. Soy bilingue. With his contributions to those titles, he forever altered the gaming landscape. Not content to settle and simply end things there, he eventually began a crusade, not just to alter it a second time, but to save from the clutches of left-wing demagogues intent on destroying the hobby for their own activist agendas. For those not personally entwined with the hobby, it's hard to fully convey just how far gaming has crashed throughout the 2010s to 2020s, but one need only look at big budget Western games and see how devastatingly it has rotted. First and foremost, I love the fact that they stop talking about Grums right at World of Warcraft. As if Grums did World of Warcraft and then nothing, and now he's doing this. As if there wasn't a whole $3 million sperm bust from West Coast Customs that happened. As if there wasn't an entire game called Firefall that fire flopped. As if there wasn't another attempt of a game called Voxelnuts, which might have been a scam, or a current scam going on, which is Ember, alleged scam, I should say, because there is an Ember that came out, just not from Grumps. But it's hilarious to me that this is how they phrase it. And yes, they're talking about how big budget Western games have rotted. Yeah, because we've had no successful, whether critically acclaimed or anything else, big budget Western games. Red Dead Redemption, what? Grand Theft who? The Witcher gay? I heard a while back about a skill up saying the dialogue Dragon Age Railguard was like HR's in the room. I never watched the original video, but what were the expectation dialogue? I will come back to that because I have to focus. Otherwise, I will go on another tangent. But I'll remember that. I'll remember it like we're playing a Telltale game. Military shooters like Call of Duty probably features trans flags and other gender-bending propaganda. It's just the trans flag. What other gender-bending propaganda could there be? And if we're being really real, you don't mean to distract. Don't worry. I distract myself all the time. But what other transgender isn't even gender bending? It's literally people just associating themselves with the other gender, right? They're not bending gender. It's not like, obviously there's non-binary people, but even then they're just not conforming to it. Like, that's such a weird statement. While in far too many games to count, female characters are intentionally made ugly, spitting in the faces of real women as the character models bear little resemblance to the actresses used as their base. Hey, could you maybe provide an example of what games you're talking about? Because I could easily say something like, I don't know, modern games have too many white people in it. And then if I stop there, I'm pretty confident people would come from like, that's racist, being an example. The female characters are intentionally made ugly. You have to be a fucking moron to believe this stuff. Like, I'm sorry, you have to be dumb as hell. They're not making women intentionally ugly in games. Like, it's so fucking stupid to say that. And the character models bear little resemblances to the actors used as the base. No, here's the funny thing. That's not true. If at this point, we're at the stage of the game where almost, unless they're just doing mocap and not doing the mocap work plus like the actor behind it, almost every game is built on the basis of the character, like the person playing it. What I find funny about this comment though is we could talk us about male characters, no one says a shit. Like Christopher Judd is Kratos, right? Pretty sure Kratos don't look like Christopher Judd. Should we say that now they have uglified Christopher Judd to look like Kratos? Like, that's insane. It's such a weird thing they want to talk about. It's so stupid. And of course you can't go without having Sweet Baby Inc. Consultancy and groups like Sweet Baby Inc. are brought in to dictate changes in the name of inclusivity. And if that weren't bad enough, left-wing preaching permeates nearly everything. Fun and meaningful gameplay have been thrown aside to cater to those who don't even enjoy games in the first place. Yes, I remember when I was trying to play a video game and I was having fun, and then someone broke into my house and at gunpoint told me, quit enjoying this. Enjoying games is a right-wing thing and ableist, and you must do 100 Hail Marys and lash yourself. Like, and also, I've made a video on this. Games don't have to be fun. Games should offer an experience, but that experience can be whatever. Because what is fun is subjective. What if fun for you is playing Resident Evil, but that's not fun for other people? Is it now a fun game or not a fun game? Is it maybe too subjective of a criteria to try to judge a game by? And I love the left-wing preaching. Could someone tell me, and let's not use indie games, because indie games can be both extremely left, like Dustborn, or extremely right, like The Great Rebellion, which was a literal game made by a white supremacist group. What games come out that preach a left-wing sentiment? Because I feel like they're trying to say that games that just talk about or even mention people who may not be straight white guys are preaching to them, which is crazy to me, because that is just showing the world how it is. Like, I don't get it. I'm left-wing, woke, white, straight guy, and I still enjoy games. No, that's illegal. No, you can't do that. You can't enjoy it. You're a straight white guy. You can't enjoy these games because they're all about how much we hate you. If you're a straight white guy, every game hates you. What are you doing? No, you can't enjoy it. You can't enjoy it. Boo, wrong. I love this part. Who don't even enjoy games in the first place. That is literally every grifter. Throughout the industry, game developers are afraid to speak up lest they be ostracized. Again, not true. Fortunately, science as gaming turns into a slurry of social justice agitprop. So it's all the more meaningful that at a time when doing so was nearly social suicide, Mark Kern risked his reputation and careers down to the mob. What reputation? He only has a reputation because of the bullshit he's been doing now. Again, they act like he was like Bobby Kotick or how was it? Was his name like Jeff Kaplan, right? From Overwatch and shit. Was it Jeff Kaplan? Did I make that guy up? No, he's real. Jeffrey, yes. They act like he was him. Like, they act like it was like Jeff Kaplan. I'm gonna stand to the woke mob, and not just like some dude that no one knew about. Over the past several years, he has gone all in on fighting back, spending hours on social media. Yes. Way to fight back by spending hours on social media, calling out injustices and inadequacy where he sees fit. This right here is the perfect summation of this man's character. Spending hours on social media, calling out injustice and inadequacies where he sees fit. Instead of spending hours working on his goddamn game, Ember, which again has still, as of the last 8 years, not produced anything close to a vertical slice that he promised or a demo. He does this. In doing so, he has caused a number of woke games to financially stumble or fail, while also helping titles untainted by DEI like Black Myth, Wukong, and Stellar Blade find massive success. You guys, he wrote this. 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 What is this? He made Stellar Blade a massive success. Really? Was he not also the guy who started the free Stellar Blade petition? Also, you know he didn't play the game, right? He hasn't played Stellar Blade or Black Myth Wukong. But he Grums is the reason why those games are massive successes. And you know what's funny? What's hilarious again is they're specific when it comes to the games he's helped. But what about he caused a number of WoKams to financially stumble or fail? Hey, can you list them? You put 2 for Black Myth Wukong and Stellar Blade, so can you list the woke games he caused to fail? Any of them? Like let's do the classics. Let's do the classics, okay? Concord, Dustborn. What else do they consider a failure for an indie studio? Flintlock. Weird how they didn't mention like Banishers, which is about like an Irish dude who's obsessed with a black girl and like is like in love with her and trying to save her. Weird how that wasn't brought up, but they can't even give you examples of what they're talking about. It's insane. But I swear these guys don't play games. They're just, yeah, they are the new SJWs. Like, they are the new SJWs. They don't play video games. They literally just complain all the time. None of this has been taken lightly by the opposition. He has survived endless attempts at cancellation and doxing. No one has tried to dox Grums, and you can't cancel him because he's not cancelable because he has nothing to cancel. Like, replies to the post are often filled with death threats or wishes of grievous bodily. Are we talking about the hammers? Detractors giddily share gifs of him being beaten with hammers. His name is constantly smeared. Even his role in delivering Blizzard's greatest hits is questioned because he didn't do anything of great importance. All of that is just par for the course for anyone who loudly and proudly goes against the tolerant left, which is all the more reason to commend him because he has stood firm. No, he hasn't. He's flopped so much. Literally, he was talking shit about, and I remember this vividly because Monster Hunter Wilds is out and made like over a million concurrent people playing it. He was talking shit about the what the fuck is her name? Not the scout, but like your like navigator or whatever. And was like, she's ugly and woke, what happened? And then he got fucking filtered hard through the community. And then when he saw a cute picture, like, oh, never mind, false alarm. He doesn't take a stand and stay firm. He says bullshit, and then he goes, "I'm right 90% of the time." He like this is, oh, it's so fun. It's a massive gamble that's now paying dividends. Elon Musk retweets him often enough, helping spread his message to an even wider audience, which is only serving to unify a growing army of distraught gamers. They are now taking back the medium, but perhaps more importantly, they are fighting back against runaway leftism. Yeah, dude, you're getting tweeted by one of the, if not the biggest loser on the planet, multiple divorce winning deadbeat dad of the year, Elon Musk, who's welcomed a 14th child by one of his employees, and was exposed as being a fake gamer. Like, yeah, that is fucking insane. Whoa! Missy has the munchies. Thank you for the 50? Oh shit. Thank you. You guys do not have to donate to me, but thank you. Hopefully helps with the channel. Shit, me too. Oh my god. Thank you. I got distracted. What was I doing? Oh, she's talking about current. That's what I was doing. But I know Big don't know, right? Jesus Christ. Elon Musk, yeah, he sucks. 2014 Gamergate scandal was already one of the original MAGA backgrounds, but back then the right hadn't fully unified. By 2025, however, the story is vastly different. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are being rejected by the masses. Is that not an insane sentence to say? Like, is that an insane thing to read? Diversity, equity, and inclusion are being rejected by the masses. And now the government, institutions, entertainment mediums are being reclaimed for the land of the sane. What is insane about diversity, equity, and inclusion? Because I know how they look at it. DEI is literally, if to them, if you aren't white straight guy, then it's bad. It's you're taking over too much. You're doing too much. But the reality of it is, diversity doesn't even mean like racial diversity. Diversity just means different people, like different people from different backgrounds, whether it's religious, whether it's like social, right? From different like economic backgrounds. Equity just gives you a fair shot, and inclusion just, you're not being denied something or discriminated against because of certain external or immutable factors that you can't control. That's it. This also applies to like the straight white guys. Because what if you're a poor white guy and then you want to get a job and like, we actually don't look at the poor areas. We only go to these rich areas. Or you didn't graduate from Harvard. We only take you from Harvard. Like that hurts you. It's also crazy to be like simping for governmental institutions. Like, I'm sorry, what? I thought gamers were against organized governments and all that stuff. When did we become like bootlickers? Anyways, there's no doubt a lot of people deserve thanks for putting us on track towards stability, and no one person could take all the credit, but Kern still deserves his due as a commander in the culture war. I'll tell you right now, chat, I'll tell you right now. I'm using my serious voice right now, okay? If the name commander of the culture war was ever attached to me, that would be my 13th reason. Do you understand? If I was ever considered to be such a loser that they were like, he is the commander of the cultural war, he deserves your respect, I would live stream. I'll put it this way. My stream would end up on Live Leak, okay? That's what would happen. That's what would happen. How many do some Mary Jane? There's not. I need GTA 6 to make Tony's. Oh, I feel like GTA 6 will. There's too much out there. Also, isn't it just a hiring package like Black? Yeah, that's the thing too. I always talk about, right? You cannot DEI a game. Like I know these guys love to bring up CJ. By the way, happy Women's Month. I didn't say that. We are doing Women's Month. Every video I upload, I'll mention a woman, Sarah. But you cannot DEI a video game because people aren't real, right? Like, what they don't understand about the process is you do not come up with a character idea like after you have the actors, because the actors have to read the script. Now, you may have an actor in mind for a role, right? Like I do in Hollywood. Like, hey, I wrote this role, but I was thinking of having like Timothy Chalamet play him, right? So you might write that character, him in mind, but it's not like the actor comes in and then you're like, oh, my muse, let me write lines for you and write a whole game about you and all. Like, like that stuff comes later. Like the actors don't come in till very, very, very late in the process, because you at that point you have to have your narrative done for the most part. You have to have the writing done so the actors can read the script. You have to have so many things done. And then when the actors come in, they're part of the collaborative process as, their line delivery, how they emote, or if it's like motion capture, how they move throughout the space. And they might make tweaks based on the actor's line delivery. Like in Grand Theft Auto 5, when they were doing that infamous, like, Yeezy ass haircut with Franklin and with like Lamar, they changed it up because the dialogue was saying like lads, right? And he was like, black people from here don't say lads. And so they let him put a little bit more authenticity into that character. And we get that memorable scene, right? Had that scene came out, had Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in this environment, they would have called that woke DEI, right? They don't even understand, like, when we talk about being more authentic to characters, what that even means. Because if we just had a bunch of white guys from the UK, which is where Rockstar is, right? People who wrote it, you would not have gotten that performance. So that's what happens during the collaborative process. That's what happens during that time of the process. But these guys think for some reason these characters are just like blank, like white slates, and then Sweet Baby Inc. comes in and says, make them black. And then they make the game. It's stupid. It's so fucking stupid. You're no excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Yeah, I'm gonna play Assassin's Creed Shadows. Maybe not on stream, but you know. Happy Women's Month to all my trans and cis friends out there. Keep rocking. Yes, we are inclusive out here. When I said women, I meant all women, by the way. Even the dumb ones I don't like. But yes. Shout out to cis women, to trans women. Y'all keep doing your thing. And if the country tries to put you down, don't fucking let them. I didn't finish this. Wokeness may be on the back foot, but it's not completely down. Now, people like Curran may be the ones to land a knockout punch. As Musk loves to proclaim, DEI kills art, and Grums is how you bring it back to life. Yes. Can we look at Grums' art? Can we look at the art of Can we look at how this is being brought back, please? How is he? Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Oh, okay, you guys. Here we go. New build release. Let's look at this peak art. Let's look at some peak art. Mind you, this is from April of last year. And this isn't even from like the official Grums's a page account or the official account for Ember. This is from Remix This. I'm less certain that Ember will ever come out. Wow. Let's look at this. Just like, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Look at how he's gonna save gaming, you guys. Look at this. It's so good. It's amazing. I love this 360 looking air. Oh man, yeah. He's really gonna save gaming with this. And I know he, oh, well, this is just a demo build. He's been having a demo build for the last 8 years. He should be way further than this. Mind you, these are supposed to be giant mech suits. Like, let's talk about scale, for example. These are supposed to be gigantic. Because these look relatively human shaped, now we don't know how big literally anything is. Look at the detail of the grass. It's close enough to the camera, which means we're at a low angle. Well, these are supposed to be giant mech suits. But like, it just looks like they just, like, this isn't, look, this is from December 2021, right? And then this is the update, I believe, like right over. Okay, wait, see, look. Look how this is supposed to be like one of the kaijus you fight, and this is a human. So that mech suit should be way fucking bigger, but it's not. And that's not something you can just update. Like, this is so, oh, it's so ass, man. It's just a guy who doesn't understand scale at any level, and you cannot you can't have this low functioning idea of scale and do a mech game. Because look at this, right? Even though that mech's bigger than him, it's negligible. Like, it's not even taller than this fucking tree. It's not towering over anything. It's just, this is nothing. Now look at this game that he keeps talking about, right? It's called Mech Break. And we'll just look at a trailer of it, right? Look at the humans, appropriately sized, and then you look at the mech. Like, let's go. And it's like, but you see how there's actual scale to things. So you know these mechs aren't like ginormous. You can tell they're clearly fucking bigger. Like, you can tell they're bigger than the person. So now you know the things that they're next to are gigantic because you have a reference for the scale. So like you see how like that thing in the back right here on the left, that like destroyed part of the ship. You see how you can compare it to this mech, even if it's in the distance, and how because of the angle of the camera, you can tell if you were on foot, this would be way fucking bigger. Or like now you know the environments that you're in are gigantic because your big mech suit is not crossing it in like a small amount of time, or like how wide everything is. Like now you understand the scale of things. Like this place is gigantic. Again, huge environments. These are gigantic skyscrapers because I know how big the Gundam is. This is a Gundam, mind you. This is the fucking Wing Zero. Like I can't not see that, but that's how you do scale, you guys. Not fucking whatever Grums was doing. That's not scale. But that's him saving video games, you guys. Different game. Yes, let's always generic as hell. Maybe with some gay people. Yeah, exactly. Maybe she would have had some DEI hires. Maybe if we would have had some DEI, the game would look better. Okay. I forgot I was playing that lo-fi shit. Now, another thing I want to get to is the whole I'm not a drama tuber, but like I saw this and I was like, this is fucking insane. Did you guys see the whole Amaranth thing? Like, are you guys aware of what happened with that? Okay, some of you guys are saying, yeah. If you haven't seen it, I think I have it. Hold on, let me make sure. That I'm not gonna like show some shit where I shouldn't show. If you haven't seen it, I think I bookmarked it. I haven't bookmarked it. I'm an idiot. Which is looking that way. But I will show you because it's so fucking weird. And then we'll talk about the Dr. Disrespect crash out because that was hilarious to me. And then we will get into the actual video games, baby. We're gaming tonight. Come on, me. Where did I put it? Where did I? Smart man who's smart. Here we go. Here we go. This is like a clip that came out first about Amaranth.
Shit happened in the Holocaust. And I don't think the Jewish people in general deserved that kind of torture. But at the same time, the act of getting people out of your country, if you don't think they should be there as a leader, I agree with. Like, if they're illegal or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, there was a line, they kind of crossed it, but for a while there, you know, it was the idea when people are like, this is like the Nazis. Like, I mean, sure, the first part, but what do you think? You think that just because we're getting people out of the country means that we're going to torture them? I would say being in the country is the kind of torture. These people don't look happy here.
So that may seem innocuous, but what she's doing here is kind of whitewashing what the Nazis did. First off, by saying they were tortured, they killed them. They killed Jewish people in concentration camps. It wasn't a torture. They put them in gas chambers and killed them. They killed them indiscriminately. They didn't torture them. And to equate that to say, we're doing them actually a favor now because we're getting rid of people who we are deeming as illegals, we're doing them a favor because they look like they're tortured here. They don't look happy here. They want to stay here. Or they don't want to stay here, so we're doing them a favor. And then it's trying to be like, oh, you guys are comparing them to Nazis. Like, yeah, maybe the first part. What are you talking about? The first part? the first part. Are you also unaware that we too are setting up camps for them? This isn't even the worst one. I think there was another one where yes, this one here. Because she's like, there we go. This is what kicked it all off, and I was like, holy shit, dude.
And you could 9 times out of 10 figure out exactly why they're saying what they're saying.
Give the crazy.
First off, listening to Asmongold at any sort of like political source and not to just debunk him is crazy to me. Yeah, she's using toxic reduction. Yeah, she's trying to equate things like, hey, we aren't bad like the Nazis because the Nazis were torturing them and we're not torturing them. It's like, that's a weird line to draw. And then doesn't go into detail. Like, oh, the first part. Like, I don't know if you know the history of how they came into power, but like, it's not like the Nazis were just like, we're just going to do this one thing and that's not it. They had an end goal. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it just got out of control. You know, the first part we had it handled. We just wanted to get these people out of our country. And then, oopsies, Holocaust. Like, that wasn't, like, that was the eventuality of things. Says we're being a Nazi. Yeah, honestly, like, that's the thing, too, that blew my mind and a lot of other people's is how she's going after the LGBTQ community. Because they're, like, her biggest supporters. But like, yeah, let's play this clip real quick.
Crazies, all of California is already land of fruits and nuts. Yeah, we can give them California. I'm fine with that. They can live in LA. That's fine.
It has been 1 month since Southern California exploded in a fierce fire tore through the Palisades and beyond. Just a few hours later, on the other side of LA County, another deadly fire breaks out, the Eaton Fire. It raced across Altadena and Pasadena. The two fires charred more than 37,000 acres.
They can all live. That's like a lovely community.
Structures and cost 29 people their lives.
Too bad it didn't cost the right people their lives.
Okay, so you heard that, right? Too bad it didn't cause the right people their lives. There is no misconstruing of what she was doing because she is literally shown hyping in the LA fires and then, as you see here, scrubbing the video to go to a specific part just so that they can have that, right? Now, people with critical thinking skills could understand that she is saying that these people, the people complaining, the activists, the trans people, should die in a fire. And that's why they can have LA. You can have LA. Because, mind you, LA currently, as of when she was talking about this, was not burning. The fires were done. So she can't even be like, oh yeah, LA's on fire. No, it's not. That was in the past. You brought up a video of them burning, or LA burning, and then saying they can have this. As if, first off, there was only one location in Los Angeles. I live in Los Angeles. I was not on fire. A lot of people in Los Angeles got displaced, but a lot of people in LA County especially, were not touched by these fires. So the fact that you showed those specific areas, and also she said, I believe she said California too, right? Oh, wait.
And you could 9 times out of 10 figure out exactly why they're saying what they're saying.
Give the crazies all of California.
All of California. What? Hey, Amaranth, I have a question for you. Was all of California on fire? Why not show them a picture of San Diego? Or like, I don't know, fucking Carlsbad or San Francisco or fucking Modesto, Bakersfield, anywhere else. It's because you specifically wanted a visual to represent what you wish to happen to these people. You want them to die in a fire. There's no out from this. And so that's why this person right here, Amaranth says that the LGBTQIA plus activists shown here should have burnt during the LA fires. And then she was like, I guess I'm not allowed to question the behavior of activists who threaten to incite violence against their own community without being accused of hating the group affiliation they happen to belong to. But then again, I also don't assume the actions of a specific few were indicative of the whole. But thanks for making me trend. Now, the thanks for making me trend part pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, because it's the same shit these grifters do every time you call them out on their bullshit. It's rent free. I'm rent free here. Oh, I got these guys so triggered. I got them so mad. They can't stop talking about me. And it's like you're saying Hitler was right. Oh, they can't stop talking about me. They're so triggered. They're so triggered. It's like, no, you got caught blatantly being a fucking bigot. And instead of taking responsibility, you're like, oh, so now I can't criticize behaviors? This is like when people talk about like the Me Too movement, and they're like men like, oh, so now we can't compliment women. It's like, hey, how are you complimenting women in a way that you construe that as not doing sexual harassment is like sexual harassment is bad? Like, you're saying you can't compliment women anymore. We just can't say anything anymore. It's like, you just don't be a creep. You weren't critiquing anything. You said go die in a fire. Like, I don't see questioning someone's behavior in that regard. And even this part, the clip she uses here to try to like explain herself away is garbage.
If you say that you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people, you better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
That's it. That's all she said. That's all she said. She said, if you are afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want to make this city a safe space for trans people, then prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space. That is it. Now, you can take that as a threat of violence if you're stupid, but I think my audience here, you guys are all smart and beautiful and intelligent people, could understand that she is saying, if you try to impede upon our way of living and try to force us back into like a hole, we will not go quietly. This is resistance. This isn't a fucking, I'm going to kill you guys. This isn't a death threat. Like, this is literally her saying, if you guys are going to make this space so hostile for us, we're going to make it hostile too. We're going to resist your oppression. That's what she's talking about. And also, Amaranth, I know you're not watching this, but if sometimes you are, how is this, what are you critiquing here? Because you said that violence, incite violence against their own community. The violence has already been threatened to them. Like, what are you talking about? Like, to me, this is like if a Palestinian was like, the IDF has attacked us, so we have to defend ourselves. You're like, oh, so what, now you're going to threaten the IDF for doing their job? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Trans people have been under attack for years now for bullshit reasons, and you are adding on to that. And that's why she keeps getting called out by this, by everyone. Literally everyone. All you care about is trending, which is why you said it shit to start with, because, I'm spitting facts. The Surfs Time, Lance, good channel. You guys should watch this channel. No one defended you more than the LGBTQ community when you were being attacked by the right. This is disgusting. Can't ever die. Oh, wait, you're evil. And then she responds to certain people like, I knew I was good for hating you. Keep on the good grip. And she's like, I don't know who you are. And what she's doing is tripling down on this shit. Because I believe there's another clip of her where she is, if I can find it, let's just type in Amaranth. Well, let me make sure I can type in Amaranth and not fucking have a bunch of weird shit come up here. Let me change this out real quick. Just scroll down here, make sure I'm not gonna get fucking clapped by anything. You know how Twitter be. You know how Twitter be. Okay, so nope, found somebody in the show, but good on me for doing this beforehand. Yeah, but she's just like tripling down. Here, I can start from here because it's not gonna show anything bad. So it's like, I won't fight a biological male, but I'm sure I could find a proxy who will cover all expenses training for who will, guys and takers. Like, she's basically saying She's just doing transphobia now. Like, she's taking second person to trans people, and now she's like basically trying to talk herself out of a fight that she said she would take. And then like she keeps talking to, oh yeah, this fucking poked ass out response. Look at this thesis. You know, I'm gonna have to minimize the chat. I'm sorry. It's getting too out of the way. But look at this. Do you tell me this is a person who's not mad? This is a person who's not mad, you guys. Nothing about here is affecting this. Nothing about them is affecting anything that they're doing. They're so chill. Look at, hey, fuck it. I read the Grums one. What's more psychic damage to my brain, right? Y'all keep referencing sides and saying the word grift like you're playing a video game, and how on the character select screen it is utterly frictionless to pick a different face. Y'all are real two-faced fucks. Am I having a stroke, or does this make no sense? Y'all keep referencing sides and saying the word grift like you're playing a video game, and how on the character select screen it is utterly frictionless to pick a different face. Y'all, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand this. Like, maybe I'm dumb. I don't understand this. Also, what in the Hello Kids shit is this? You know, when you're playing a video game with a character, what are you talking about? Tell the brain won't keep self-reporting. I just call it like I see it. I don't have an agenda or some mass supplemental dollar does not make me compromise in the way you might. Anyone that thinks that switching political allegiances is some kind of profitable endeavor is just projecting. First off, you're a goddamn liar. Oh, I think I lost. Oh, we're back. Okay. The stream froze for a second. That's why I wasn't sure if I was alive. But you're a liar because switching political allegiances is a profitable endeavor. What do you think grifters do? What do you think all of this grifting shit is about? It's profitable to be right wing. Well, that's where the money is. Yeah, it is profitable. And for you to be like, you guys, you don't understand. I've made so much money. I've made a disgusting amount of money. I wouldn't need to do this because I'm already rich, unlike you guys. Like, it's what are you talking about? Maybe for a political streamer, cough grifter. You just said grifters for video gamers, though. The economics make sense. But for my segment of the market, you know, the rich people, it is not financially rewarding to speak your mind. Literally, people make jokes about how they watch my stream on mute. You're thinking I'm doing this for money says more about you than does about me. I am certainly not against any group or affiliation. To a fault, I have never been able to see beyond what is right in front of me. And what I saw was a person threatening violence indiscriminately in a town hall setting. That is not, then you're dumb then, right? You said threatening violence indiscriminately, but we saw the footage. She literally said, if you guys are going to make this a hostile space for trans people, then prepare for us to make it a hostile space for you. That's not threatening violence indiscriminately. She's discriminating quite heavily. And in this context, you guys, discrimination means be able to discern things, right? Like, she's just discriminating in this context of the people making it hard for her. They need to watch out. If it was indiscriminate, this would be like showing up to a club and spraying. You know what I mean? That's indiscriminate. Doing an assassination is very specific. That's all I'm going to say.
If you say that you're afraid afraid of Trump, and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people, you better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
One more time.
Afraid of Trump. If you say that you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people, you better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
If you are afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want this city to be a safe space for trans people, that's what she said. And you're quoting it as, if you say you're afraid of Trump and that's why, then you better prepare for trans people to make it a very unsafe space. This makes it seem like if they are Trump supporters or whatever, they should be prepared for unsafe space. You yourself have gotten rid of the context. And you missed the own quote in the own video that you posted. Who does this threat target? Not Trump, who they profess to hate, not supporters who they would consider birds of a feather. No, they don't make their violent threats against those people. Instead, they explicitly threaten the people who, under duress, might accede to a position that they are against. No. You can't do that. Don't try to frame it as if this is like them threatening to harm people over like what's it called, like hostile architecture, right? Like anti-homeless like buildings, for example, or benches. This is the thing they want to accede to. The position they're against is, I don't think you should be allowed to exist. This is the same thing when people are like, oh, so we can't have a difference of opinion? Sure you can. You can think pineapple doesn't belong in pizza, and I can think you're weak, right? But that's an agree-disagree. If someone says, I don't think X racial or minority group should exist, there is no agree to disagree here. Oh, you're mad at me for taking that position? Yes. Yes. Because that's an insane position to take. And in fact, I think she knows that, which is why she's trying to say it like, explicitly threaten the people who under duress might accede to a position that they're against, but doesn't say what the position is. It's very easy. It's very easy to frame things that are extremely fucked up that way to make it seem not so bad. Literally. I could say, oh, let me get this straight. So you have a problem with my dating choices. Why? Because it's not for you. And then the person's a pedo. Do you see how it's easy to frame it that way? Oh, why are you mad at him for his dating choices? It's his life. They both agree to it. Oh, because he's 30 and she's 9. Do you see how when you don't get into the specifics of the point they're defending, how easy it is to do a false equivalence? To make someone else seem like they're irrational for not agreeing with the position? Ugh. Those are the people they go after. Innocent bystanders just trying to avoid the crossfires at all costs. Hey, wasn't there like a whole trial in this place called Nuremberg where like people were saying, hey, I was just following orders? Didn't we decide that wasn't a good enough excuse if you knew the outcome was extreme harm to people? But I guess it's fine. They're just people who are innocent bystanders who will allow trans people to be attacked and assaulted. I don't want to be involved in this. Fuck out of here. You can't even defend them by saying that they are merely callous in their acceptance of who might be collateral damage. They singled out specifically the fellow citizens in their own community. No, they didn't. Once again, they fucking said, if you are afraid of Trump and that's why you want to make this an unsafe space, they are singling out people who want to make this an unsafe space for them. They're not singling out fucking me or my audience. They're singling out specifically people in this group who want to make an unsafe space. For example, if I were to say, you know what, everyone who has been setting fires in my city, if I find out who you are, I'm coming for you. Is that me talking about every single citizen in my city or people who are specifically doing arson? Like, if a cop was like, we are looking into the people who are doing breaking and entering B&Es in the area, does that mean every citizen should be on? Like, holy fuck. Is it? Hold on. Connection's poor. Wait, what is going on? Video. I think I have to lower my camera quality. You were doing so well. Stream health. Stream status good. I wouldn't say that, YouTube. I wouldn't say it's good at all, actually. It is fucking green as shit. Okay, you guys. I think I'm gonna just switch cameras, I guess. Well, if you're on Twitch, which I don't think one is, you're not having anything disrupted here. But on Twitch, not the camera. Let's just see if that works better. Let's see if that brings it back. But on YouTube, it's nothing. No. Okay. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going Mexican cis hetero Aero Sky down here. Thank you, Christian. Here's what we're gonna do. I am going to let me look at my stream output. I think the settings are fine though. Like, yeah, for some reason the YouTube encoder just fucking hates it. Everything on Twitch is working perfect. It's saying that it's not getting enough data, but that's insane. I have not had any sort of drops, any frame drops or anything like that. I know the audio is coming through, but I still need visual. It's a fucking green screen now. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just stop this and just start it immediately. I'm really just gonna stop it and start it and just see if that helps it. Or I'll just pop up Italy. So